some things that we need to look at going through this dating process that I had to learn through trial and error and annulments and divorces. You know, that I can help other people understand how to go through this vetting system of figuring out how to date, because we ain't dating the right way. We ain't doing it right.
Okay, so stop right there. So in recent conversations we had, a lot of people get into a relationship and want to get married right off rip without even knowing. Like, they think dating is saying, hey, look, I want to marry you. I want to get to know you.
So let's check this out. Nobody grooms us for dating. We're groomed to be husbands and wives. Okay? So let's think of it from the aspect of someone. I don't even want to deal with the fact of the matter that the church groomed people to make them think they have to find a husband or a wife or something's wrong with them. I'll come back to that, right? But let's talk about how we are groomed to look at dating, especially from, it's hard for a person who done been married. Now you can, I know we can agree on this. It's been hard for us to go back and date after being married. As a woman, especially, me and y'all can do that because y'all be like, hey, you know.
I'm gonna say, child, please.
Soon as
soon as I said I'm out here, child, I was already gone. The next day, child, I was so ready to leave up out that mountain. I said, child, the next day I was already gone. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. Yes, I admit I was wrong.
You was wrong and gone.
I was wrong, but I didn't care because my emotions was messed up. Because I could not believe out of everything I was taught and all that good jazz, even though it was right, it still didn't work because I didn't choose right. So I said, helpful, where you go, somebody else come up in the bedroom immediately.
Immediately. But see, that's different. That's different. And thank you for making that point, because men, they can easily disconnect. I won't say all men, but most men can easily disconnect. One thing about that, because it's a hard time for y'all to be emotionally.
Oh, come on. Come on, Wi-Fi. Don't do that. You can edit that in.
Available in the first place.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Time out. Go back and say that again, because your Wi-Fi got stuck and you were stuck for about 30 seconds. So you say men are, okay, so you went back and say men are, not whatever you just said, go back and say that again.
Men are what you would call, it's hard for you all to be emotionally available. Okay, and let me explain. It is because all it takes is for one of us not knowing how to groom a man, to emasculate you, and then you go into a shell. And you ain't gonna let that guard down for nobody. So married to him or not, you just like, you got this wall up, and basically, regardless of your feelings and your emotions, you will only let, men are accustomed to putting guards up because they told when they were little boys, don't cry. You a man. Be a man. So you're used to.
So we can cry.
Yes, you're used to masking those emotions. You're used to, getting yourself together and just moving on. Women, we are taught to give our entire selves to that person. So you got to see it from the standpoint, we go through marriage, and especially if we're married for any amount of time, we have given our entire identities to this other person. So the fracture comes when that cord is cut. We're still in wife mode. So my dating experience is going to be me being a wife to a man that's just somebody that's dating me.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm doing everything. I have learned to do as a wife for this person that I'm only supposed to be collecting data from.
So in other words, you're saying, I've seen it before. So pretty much you're saying, stop giving wifely duties to somebody that you're not a wife to.
Yeah, I honestly believe that. Stop giving your entire selves and your entire beings thinking that is going to convince a man to be with you. Because we go in and oh God, I don't know where this comes from, but I've seen women formulate their whole minds around the first time they see a man, and they think the man have the qualities that they need. That's my husband. God said that's my husband. God ain't never told a woman nothing like that. He ain't did that. Right. I don't care how spiritual we get and how many tongues we speak in and how Holy Ghost filled we get. That has never been the ways of God. That never have. And so God said, that's my husband. That's my husband. And so you start doing the things for this man that just think he dating you. And all of a sudden you done made him your husband.
And if you're a man like
me, okay, you ain't for me. And then you around here crying and calling people and seeing therapists.
And then we get blamed for it, because if you're a man like me, we even tell you to stop. We're gonna receive all that. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for this food, like sister's cooking back there. She throwing down back there. Thank you for all of it. But then here's the thing: we didn't ask for that. We just said, exactly. Hey, how you do? You want to go out to hot and juicy? And then boom, next thing you know, I'm a candidate to be a husband. Like, wait a minute, you don't even know me. You don't even know me. Dang. Can you, can I pay for the bill first? We did have a good conversation, but let's continue to have a good conversation. And if it don't work, it's okay. If it didn't work, it's trial and error. It's all right. And I ain't got to beat you across the head and you beat me across the head because it didn't work.
Thank you. That's the woman at the well syndrome. That's how she had 5 husbands and the one at her house wasn't none of hers.
Man, me and my brother talked about that last night. Good God Almighty. Yep. It ain't none of yours.
That's how it happens. Because we got so many boys, as women, and I don't, it's just the truth. Right. We are as the weaker vessel. So there are so many things emotionally for us that has to be catered to for us to have this sense of wholeness and this sense of confidence that, those processes, if they're undone, we're undone. And if we're not taught how to go through these processes in the right manner, we're going to be hitting and missing the whole time trying to find that missing link. And that's how we get messed up in this dating process.
Yeah, you're right. So I got a big bomb question, because a lot of people don't want to hear anything negative about a woman so far in today's society. Back in the day, mother tell you what's right. You either take it or leave it.
Honey, mother tell you. Mm-hmm.
So I got a question. Do you feel like a woman that has multiple kids without being married lessens her value of being a wife? Or lessens her chance of finding her and really want to take care of you and all those kids? Because that is a big deal.
Yeah, it does. It does. Doesn't mean that God won't do it. It definitely doesn't mean that God, it don't mean that God won't do it. God is God. He'll do anything he wants to. And there are a lot of women. There are a lot of women that have multiple children, that have excellent husbands who have come in. So, but truthfully about the matter, it does. It does. Listen, my fear, because I've been married multiple times and I love marriage and I desire to marry. I do desire to marry in the right manner. But my fear coming out of all of that, especially before I was healed, was that no one will ever marry me with my history, right? Because of the fact of the matter, you tell somebody, oh, I done been married, I done been married 5 times, although, 2 of them, I was married to the same person, almost 3 times, but you tell somebody you done been married multiple times, they're gonna be looking at you like, what the hell wrong with her?
Right.
Something wrong with her. Can you pull that fan up a little bit? Yeah, so it does lessen. It puts you at risk of not, being married or, and things of that nature. So we do need to face that. And be realistic about that. The more that we do it, and guess what? The more that we do it, the more at risk we become at being failures.
Wow. Well, you hit it right on the head with that one. Because, I mean, when you go on social media, you see stuff like that's being said. Let's just call out one person, for instance, that did say stuff like that. Kevin Samuels. He's no longer here, but he did have.
Lord, bless the dead.
He still had points and values that was valid. He just came at it with a hard hit.
Yeah, he did. I think that he didn't show tact.
Because I was like, dude, you know, we need to go back to normalizing having kids while you're married, you know what I'm saying, under the covenant of marriage, so these kids can know that, hey, look, having a mom and daddy in the home is normal.
Yes,
being married is right. You know, I don't have to go out here. You know what I'm saying? We need to normalize that again. I mean, but in today's society, we know it's not going to happen. God can do anything, but it's up to the person to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I've said this about myself a long time ago. All views, as you get older, your views and thoughts change with somebody.
Right, your preferences change.
Never dated about a guy multiple kids. Now I got 2 daughters, but I'm talking about exceeding. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, but man, I'm like, how she still?
I'm telling you, I have 4 children. They have a wonderful father. But this is what I said as a woman. I did not want to date men with multiple children. And, you know, now at my age, it's like one of my preferences was not to date a man with small children. I didn't get that.
That was where I was going to, because I said that. You know, you got the fresh baby. They say, Scott, what you mean by fresh baby? What I mean by fresh baby, your baby 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibly. I said the reason why, because you and that baby's father is still going through stuff. Y'all still trying to figure out. You just got done laying with him, so all your emotions and everything is still tied into him. So now I come into the picture. Who that dude is? Even if he's a deadbeat, who that dude is? Blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. And then there you go. Got a feud going on, a confusion and all like that. I didn't want to be a part of that. But child, as you get older.
Let me tell you something. I call it preferences and deal breakers, right?
Oh, like, child, you still look like that, and you got 5 of them things. I don't know. I might have to lessen my preferences up in this. Man, but Jeff, that's fine.
But no, let me tell you what it was.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy 77, man. Thank you for watching this interview. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting on this channel. I really appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click that button right down there. Don't wait till your homeboy blow up. You wait. Go ahead and participate and become part of the Unmuted family. We greatly appreciate it. We work very hard to bring you good content and stories that you probably never heard of before, and a little something to make you think about the Lord a little bit and laugh a little bit. All right, guys. Like, click, share, comment. Don't text me. Put it right there in the comments. Simp 7 out.